K-9, once again, it's put on a black male. Black male is now suing, guaranteed to be defunding the police very soon. Here it is.
Tonight, disturbing police body camera video showing K-9 released on a man during a traffic stop in Toledo, Ohio.
Driver out of the truck, do it now!
Just last week, a Toledo officer stopping a red pickup truck police say had stolen plates. More officers racing to the scene. Brandon Upchurch with his cousin in the passenger seat.
They instantly came out with their guns drawn. Then asked me anything.
Shut the truck off, do it now!
Upchurch capturing the incident on his cell phone.
What are y'all pulling me over for?
Upchurch makes his way to the grass, just as the K-9 unit inches closer. Upchurch with his hands up.
On the ground, do it now! You're gonna get bit!
That dog biting him on the arm.
He was going for my face. Luckily, I put my arm up and he got me.
The officers handcuffing him.
Your car has a stolen license plate on it.
I promise it don't.
Yeah, it does.
The officers then heard realizing the camera license plate reader was wrong. The car in question, a Chevy Malibu, not Upchurch's pickup truck.
Well, it's not the stolen plate. No.
Put it up full mass. How many times have we reported on stories like this? A computer, an AI-generated platform, maybe a database-connected technology, gets it wrong. In an update, Brandon Upchurch is now suing the Toledo Police, accusing the cops of unreasonable seizure, excessive force, and battery. The incident took place on April 11th, 2024. After Mr. Upchurch was pulled over by a cop with his gun drawn after a license plate reader misidentified his license plate as one belonging to a tan Chevrolet Malibu that had been reported stolen. The stolen license plate number was JLL7362. The license plate on Upchurch's truck was JLL7637. Another example of cops detaining Black people at gunpoint whose license plate numbers did not match the ones allegedly involved in the crime. Even after the Toledo Police, Adrian Wilson read off the license plate number to a dispatcher who informed Officer Wilson it was not the same number as the one from the stolen car. Officer Wilson called for backup anyway, believing he could find something to arrest the Black male on. Now, that procedure up until they decided to continue with this arrest anyway was actually proper protocol. You get a hit with your technology. You are supposed to then confirm or investigate what the technology has given you. Once you investigate, you receive confirmation of the hit. If there is no confirmation, you call dispatch. Dispatch says, nope, computer got it wrong again. All right, appreciate you, thank you. You move on. That's not what happened. Even with them knowing there's no stolen car, there's no stolen tag, they come out guns blazing, drawn, ready. Every cop will tell you, you only pull your gun if you are ready to use it. No cop is supposed to pull their gun as a warning. It is when they are ready to use it. Okay, despite their blunder, the Toledo Police charged Mr. Upchurch with obstructing and resisting. Mr. Wilson, meanwhile, the officer, received a verbal reprimand for this whole thing, accusing the cop of displaying a lack of energy, inattention, and carelessness in performance of duty to failing to verify the plate as stolen, the claim states. 3 months after Upchurch's arrest, with his charges still pending, Officer Wilson, having just been reprimanded, charged Upchurch with an additional charge of failing to comply with a lawful order. All three charges were summarily dismissed, 100% August 2024. So now you have governmental retaliation. After the cop received the verbal reprimand, he then charges the individual with another charge. There's more. The lawsuit was filed in federal court. This lawsuit is a slam dunk. I don't know what lucky law firm or what this law firm did to receive this case, but it is a slam dunk case. The lawsuit was filed in federal court last week by Cleveland attorney Peter Patakos. I don't know Peter, but Peter got one on this one. And Toledo attorney Jerome Phillips, listing Wilson as the main defendant along with the city of Toledo for failing to train officers on basic constitutional rights. Quote, City of Toledo, acting under color of state law, failed to correct the training deficiency or failed to take note of the failure to train or failed to prevent action under the deficiency, and by doing so directly and proximately caused the deprivation of plaintiff's constitutional rights. Under the Fourth Amendment, the claim states, this is a claim that happens when you have previous warning of such deficiency in training. So the attorneys obviously have already found case in point, historical evidence where something like this has happened, where cops did not have an effective understanding of the constitutional rights of citizens. It was known, it was noted, and it should have been dealt with. But because it was not, you now have an additional claim in the lawsuit. As I said, this is guaranteed to lead to a defunding of police. But see, it is the police defunding the police once again. Jackson, thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so clear that the majority of these municipalities are not concerned with competence. They're just concerned with their ability to carry out their authority. Because, how many cases do you see where they carry out this violence and they were just dead wrong? It's not as if they were like, oh, we got it right and we were excessive with our force, but we still got it right. They'll pull up on people, bust into the wrong houses, rough up the wrong people who don't even look anything like the suspect. And if they just slowed down a little bit, they would have been able to see that the license plates weren't matched, but they didn't really care about all that. They had come far enough. We made it this far. We might as well just keep it going, because that's just how they do it. And there's no arguing that the fact that these police municipalities routinely go after minorities in this way, but then we can see examples of, maybe some white man with a knife or even with a gun, and they're like, hold on now. And then their skills come out, their social skills and their ability to have some nuance in a situation all of a sudden reveals itself. So it's just a culture, but these people were dead wrong and they don't have an argument in this situation.
Not at all. And then the icing on the cake for the defendant, the icing on the cake for the plaintiff is going to be the fact that the defendant chose to charge him again after he was told, you effed up in the beginning. This is insane. We'll bring you updates as they come.